Oh, hey.
Hi.
I'm Elon.
Okay. I'm Emily. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Thanks for coming into the Writing Center.
Thank you.
I know sometimes it's a bit of a problem for foreign exchange students to come and learn the correct way of writing, so it's a really good thing that you came in.
Yeah.
How about we take a look at the paper that you came in with?
Yeah.
What could be your thesis, do you think?
Thesis.
Like your main argument, what you're trying to propose to the reader.
The China economy is suffering and could be better.
Okay, alright, we might need to work on that a little bit, but I'm sure if you just read it through another time you can figure out what you're trying to say. I can't really spell it out to you because it's not really what we're supposed to do here. How about we try and go over some grammar things instead, because I noticed a couple of sentence level errors.
Okay.
Okay? Why don't you try reading from this section down to here and see if you find anything.
Okay. The China economy has a strong problem with counterfeiting. This difference is from cultural standards. To Chinese standards, it is considered a compliment to imitate. A person's age or social class does not matter. Most people will buy the cheaper product. And
Okay. Can you tell me where there might be a grammar error in there? Something
sorry,
that-
my English is not very good.
Okay, alright. Well, I just noticed like most of the time when people read through something, they really figure out what may not sound right to them. So I'm sure if you just go through this after the session, you can pick them out by yourself and then it'll sound a lot better. Okay?
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Elon.
Hi, I'm Emily. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you came into the Writing Center. I understand it's always a bit of a challenge to switch between universities, and we have a different way of writing here at Richmond, so if you ever have any problems, just let me know.
Right.
For this paper that you brought in, can you describe to me what the thesis is?
The thesis as the...
So for Richmond, thesis is just basically your main argument, what you're trying to get across to the writer.
I see. The main idea is the China economy could be better because there's always this there's counterfeiting of goods, but it's hurting the Chinese economy because they could be buying better goods and fueling the economy better.
Okay, so what I hear you saying is that there's a existing problem within the Chinese economy, and you're suggesting that they fix it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, so for anything else, do you have specific problems that you want to go over?
Could we go over the grammar part, or the grammar of the paper? My English is not very good.
That's fine. I did notice a couple problems that reoccur throughout the paper. So why don't we go over this sentence here. Can you read it out loud for me?
A person's age or social class does not matter. Most people will buy the cheaper product.
Okay. And then for this one?
The Chinese government's efforts are not good at stopping producers of counterfeit.
Okay. So for this sentence here, you would want to have an apostrophe at Chinese governments.
Oh, I see.
Because that says that efforts is theirs.
Yeah, yeah.
So for the first sentence, can you tell me where the apostrophe would be?
It would be here because it's the person's age.
Or social class. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's great. So now that you have these two as models, I think you can go over your paper and point out other spots where you might need something like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What you just saw was two tutorials, one that took more of a traditional approach, another that was more, much more individualized towards ESL students. A couple of things to keep in mind while you're tutoring an ESL student is to not completely make assumptions that they're exactly like traditional students. They may, of course, when they come to a conference, they bring different cultural backgrounds, and the tutor should be more of a cultural informant in telling them specific things that the prose might offer that they have to change and things.
Okay. Another thing you might want to keep in mind is that grammar is a different problem to deal with ESL students. Sometimes it might be more important to go over that and just if it affects the comprehension of the paper, it's more understandable if they want to focus on something like that. And also you should not depend on the reading aloud technique, as ESL students find it harder to notice what's wrong and what may not sound right as it's not the first language.
Also try to keep the atmosphere relaxed and non-judgmental. ESL students will definitely feel much more comfortable working with you during those tutorials.